Yo, what up, though? Week 1 is here, man. The Minnesota Vikings play at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that is led by Baker Mayfield. Yes, the same Baker Mayfield who played for the Cleveland Browns, the Carolina Panthers, the Rams, that Baker Mayfield. But let's not forget, Baker Mayfield is 1-0 against Minnesota on Minnesota turf. Because Baker Mayfield beat Minnesota here when he was a Cleveland Brown quarterback. But I think it's going to be different this time around, and I'm going to tell you why. If the Minnesota Vikings can put pressure on Baker Mayfield, it will be a long day for that whole offense. Because Baker Mayfield do not play good under pressure, and he don't think right under pressure. So if Danielle Hunter, Davenport, and the rest of the D-line can get at home to Baker Mayfield and make him feel uncomfortable, I can see our secondary coming away with about 2 interceptions. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I can see 2 interceptions in this game. But if we don't put pressure on Baker Mayfield, it will be a long day for our secondary, man. Because Baker Mayfield do have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin as his wide receivers. And those two right there is a nice wide receiver duo. I know Brian Murphy going to be on one of the wide receivers, but the other corner who going to be covering one of the other wide receivers, I'm nervous about that. That's why it's important for the Minnesota Vikings to put pressure on Baker Mayfield, man. I'm not going to lie to y'all. They got an okay offensive line, but they running back is Rashard White and Chase Edmonds. I'm not too worried about their running game. You know they're going to try to run the football because you got to, but I ain't too scared of their running game for real. More as I am with the passing game. But if the defense, and I think the defense is gonna be way better, I think the defense will get some turnovers and get some sacks and make Baker Mayfield look like the Baker Mayfield he been looking like the past few years. And that's not good. A not good Baker Mayfield, well, he will look like Sunday for real. But on the offense side of the ball for the Minnesota Vikings, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got a nice defense, man. I'm not going to lie to you. And their defense is led by linebacker Devin White. He a nice inside linebacker for real. I'm not going to hold y'all up. And our offensive line is kind of iffy for real. But they do got a nice nose tackle too in Vita. He a big boy. So I don't know what Minnesota Vikings gonna do to help Ed Ingram or help Cleveland. I don't know what they're gonna do. It might be more 12 personnel in to get Josh Oliver on the field or whatnot, but we have to slow down that pass rush, man, for real. And in the backfield for real, on Tampa Bay defense, they got Antoine Winfield Jr. Yes, his son, the same Antoine Winfield that played for the Minnesota Vikings, man. His son is a safety for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and he is a nice safety too. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And they got Shaquille Barrett. He another nice linebacker. And they corners is okay too, though, for real. I like that Carson Davis kid. I'm not really too hyped about the other corner they got. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I don't know too much about him though, but they defense is okay though. It's a little old, but they defense is okay if our offensive line can hold up probably about 3 seconds. Because the Minnesota Vikings have weapons, man. Like, I don't really see Tampa Bay defense and the secondary stopping our passing game if we can get Kirk Cousins time for real. Because we got Jordan Addison going, it's his debut, his first game of the year. Then TJ got the new contract, and TJ know the whole offense now in and out. And we still had the best wide receiver in the NFL. And we got some new nice running backs who are going to be playing for us. So I can see the Minnesota Vikings offense having a good game if the offensive line can hold up, man. That's a big if. And I would like to see the Minnesota Vikings, man, put up points on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Like when the defense give us an interception or a turnover on down, we have to make the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pay for that, man. We got to go get 7 for every turnover and every turnover on down, man. Every time we get the ball, I would like for the Minnesota Vikings to score some points, man. Hell, even 3 points for real. But off a turnover or a turnover on down, I want 7 because you should have punted the damn ball and don't play with us. But that's where I'm going with this game, though. I think Minnesota got this game in the bag for real. Minnesota is at home. The Buccaneers, for real, not that good. They defense is aging for real up front. And they secondary is okay. They got a nice safety, but they corners ain't really about nothing for real. But they got that dog D line that can put pressure and that can slow up the run game for real. Cause I don't think we're gonna have a big day on the ground against that front that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do have. But I do feel like we will be able to move the ball on offense. But that's when Kirk gonna have to get surgical with it. I'm gonna need Kirk Cousins to wheel and deal Sunday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. I want to see some hot reads go out there to a person in the flat. And we need to run some more screens, too, to help with the pass rush, man, for real. Like, we wasn't good with the screens last year. And I don't want to see no damn screens with no damn tight ends, neither. I'm talking about with the running backs and wide receivers. We should not see no screens with no damn tight ends. Like, KOC need to throw that shit out of the playbook. Use a wide receiver or use a running back. But overall, though, I think the Minnesota Vikings going to come out of the game with a W for real. I'm thinking more like 31-17. That's my final score, man. That's my prediction for the Minnesota Vikings against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, man. The final score would be 31-17, man. And it won't be a nail biter. And we won't have to come back from behind and get a W, man. So that's just my thoughts on the Minnesota Vikings week 1 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I'm going to upload another video probably tomorrow of my game of the week. I'm doing that every week. It's going to be Zoe game of the week. I don't care what the national media people say. This is my game of the week. Shit. SKOL Nation, SKOL family. Let's go out and get this W Sunday. We can start off 1-0. And I want to see Ja get freaky with it this weekend, man. I want to see Ja with at least about 80 yards and a touchdown, man. I want Ja to score a touchdown, TJ, and I want JJ score a touchdown, and I want Madison to get a rushing touchdown, man. That's my prediction. And we're going to kick a field goal. 31-17. SKOL Nation. Vikings got this shit in the bag.